Alright, it is Friday and it is time to start this floor. For the first project of the van, we decided to tackle the floor. This consisted of 2 XPS foam boards, essentially making 2 layers below the plywood. The first was to fill the corrugations on the van. Most vans have these corrugations, so you gotta have a even surface to lay the second foam board down. Needless to say, it was a lot of cutting. That was the first piece to cut, and we're gonna see if it fits before we cut any more. It's pretty nice between those corrugations. Ooh. I forgot to make it a little bit longer on the end. I have a little bit more room to work with, so cool. This video took place over the course of 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We didn't work all day those days, but we put in some considerable hours. So Friday night was just cutting the first layer of insulation or XPS foam board to go on the van floor. There's the white balance. Alright, so I've worked basically all night, all evening to get to where I am now. I think this is a good stopping point. I'm still not done with this first layer. There's still little spaces like this square and like little squares right there, but I think this is a good stopping point. Everything looks clean, and yeah, had some fun, had a couple beers while I was doing it. Watched some stand-up, listened to music. It was great, but it did take quite a long time. They say it takes a long time, and it takes a long time. So I'll stop here for tonight and then continue tomorrow morning. And then, yeah, hopefully we will have a floor by the end of the weekend. That's my hope. Knowing how long things take, we'll see how it goes. But I'm stoked. This turned out well. On Saturday morning, it was time to fill the first layer of the van floor and get to the second layer. Everything has been fitting pretty nicely. Still just got to cut this last square, and then yeah, and then we'll get to the fun big board on top. It is cold. It snowed a little bit last night, so I need to get some warmer clothes, like a warmer hat on, and maybe some warmer socks on. Oh yeah. Sit. Yes. Okay. All right, just a couple of more pieces to cut, and then I will finally be done with the first layer of insulation. This is probably the most time-consuming part of it, I think. I hope. and then we'll cut some big board to go over it. And yeah, we'll continue the process. But I am gonna break for breakfast right now, so. With the corrugations all filled from the first layer, it was time to apply a second layer of 1/2-inch XPS foam board to the van floor. As time goes by, truth here. For the second layer of XPS foam board, I knew that the wheel wells would bring up a new challenge. Knowing this a week before, I bought a second sheet, or an extra sheet I should say, of foam board so I can make a stencil for the wheel wells before I actually cut the ones that would be going into the floor. I also left 1.5 inches of extra room on the last sheet of foam board so that the overlap could measure exactly the size that it needed to be. I didn't want to cut it too short and then have a big gap between the foam boards. Alright, it is day 3, it is Sunday, and we're gonna cut the wood today for the flooring. So we gotta head over to maintenance and do that. There we go! And we got a floor.
Yeah.
We did it. This is our floor. We have to come back and glue it and do the vinyl probably someday this week. We had left all the glue and stuff in the car, and it's not the adequate temperature to use them, so we're gonna come back and do that. This is it for this video. See you guys in the next one. Until then, remember to stay stoked on spokes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video or you found it helpful, please hit that like button so I know. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. I'm going to take a week off of the van build and therefore the van videos. So next week will be a video about cycling. Whatever that is, review or ride, it shall be good. I'll see you guys then. Peace.